Here's what folks are saying about the local on Jacksboro Pike.
I like the eggs because it kind of got the yellow stuff in it that pops out.
Now tell me, how was your experience at the local?
Great.
Good food, good service, and you don't go away hungry.
But don't just take their word for it. Check it out for yourself under new ownership and management, the local on Jacksboro Pike.
Hello everyone, this is David Graham. I'm sitting in for Sharon tonight. I was going to say she's on special assignment, but she's right over here off camera. I won't lie. But anyway, we are here and we're glad to be joined by Sheriff Robbie Goins and Chief Deputy Aaron Evans. And we thought it would be a good idea to talk about what our law enforcement is doing to make sure that our kids, our students, are safe in Campbell County schools. Robbie, Aaron, thank you guys for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Robbie, I'm going to ask you, what is the Campbell County Sheriff's Department doing to make sure that our students are safe here in Campbell County? Make sure that, you know, what happened in Florida and the other state, Michigan, I think it was, it doesn't happen here in Campbell County.
Well, from the very beginning, we had, when I first got elected, it was one of my priorities and one of the things that I campaigned on, and something that's really personal to me, to make sure our schools were safe. That was one of my main goals. And it took us years to get it built to where it's at. We've got one of the best SRO programs probably around in East Tennessee for a county this size. And the funding that we have. But we had worked together with the school system. The school board has been tremendous working with us from the very beginning. And us working together, we have 13 SRO officers. And, you know, that's
All total, I think you've got 12 schools, so.
We have 13, if you count the alternative schools.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so that, you know, like I say, from the beginning, we wanted to pick our officers, get the good ones, get them trained well, and slowly build this program up. And you know, it's something we've always done from day one. From day one when I got elected, we've always focused on school and school safety and school security. I mean, in the state of Tennessee, there's 865 SRO officers. And I'm proud to say 13 of them are right here in Campbell County.
And they're well trained.
They're very well trained. Our SRO officers, their shooting program that they have to go through, they have to shoot at 90%, which, you know, the standard is 70%. 90% is what our SWAT team shoots. We send them to training all the time. They're well-educated kids, and they care about what they're doing. That's the main thing. They like it. And if you don't like what you're doing, you know, you're not going to be good at it. So we've been blessed with that. But you think about 865 school resource officers versus 1 million students in the state of Tennessee. I mean, I'm proud of our program, man. Like I say, it's something we've not just started because of these tragedies. We've always done this. It's nothing new to us. I mean, and we were vigilant in the schools talk to us. The kids are confident in talking to these officers. You know, they may have a problem at home, they can share it with them. And we've had a lot of situations like that to where these kids come to the SRO officer and we've helped them out on something on the outside of school. So.
Well, and you know, if they see something, they feel confident that they can come to an SRO officer and they can say something.
They do. They may not even have that opportunity at home. But they do have with us.
This is David Grimm reporting for Watch It To You News. Something big is happening at the local on Jacksboro Pike. Sharon, what's going on down there?
Yes, David, there's families down here actually enjoying home-cooked meals together. They're receiving fast and friendly service at affordable prices. Now back to you, David.
So there you have it, folks. That's the latest from the local on Jacksboro Pike. This has been David Grimm reporting for Watch It To You News.
Well, here at Your Welcome Massage Therapy, we want to focus on individual goals instead of customers and numbers. I want to make sure that when you leave here, you got exactly what you were looking for. You got exactly what you wanted to achieve through massage therapy. Some advantages of massage therapy are reduced blood pressure, increased relaxation, better sleep, improved immune system, just several things with the brain as well to improve neurological problems that you may have. It's also just a really good, like I said, stress reliever, because that's one of our biggest problems today is we all have too much stress. Yeah, and I also wanted to bring massage therapy to Campbell County because we don't have anything like that here. If you want to go somewhere to get a massage to relax or try to improve your health in an alternative way, you have to drive at least 30 to 45 minutes away and be paying $1 to $2 to maybe even $3 per minute for your massage. So bringing it here, I knew that it needed to be more affordable. It's not for the money, it's to really improve somebody's life overall.
Right.
Thank you for choosing. You're welcome.
And you know, guys, somebody who, let's say a kid's in school and he hears a disgruntled student talking about they're going to do something bad to somebody. Should they talk to their parents and then their parents talk to the school system? Or how would they approach you guys, for those that don't know out there?
If you've got a child that has heard something at school, if they're in school, when they hear this, come to the SRO officer, go to the principal, let us know immediately.
Right.
If for some reason they don't, a parent, you hear this, parents, and call 911. I'll get an officer to your house right then.
And you know, just because they're not tattling,
No.
and their name's
No.
not even mentioned, I'm
No.
sure.
No.
You know, all you do is talk to the person, and you say, we've been hearing, or something like that.
Yeah, when we hear something, we're on it. It doesn't matter. We've been out. We've worked on a school situation at 9:30 at night to resolve it before the next day happens. And you know, I believe in getting it done right then, and my guys do that. I mean, like I say, we come out all hours of the night to do it. Right. You know that I don't know for certain, but they say in Florida maybe this guy had some incurrences with the law plenty of times, and people knew about him. I don't think that should have went that far. I'm just going by what I've heard on the news.
Well, and you know, you guys wouldn't have let it go that far, anywhere near that far.
No possible way.
Right. And you know, Robbie, you were elected right after the Kenny Bartlett shooting at Campbell County High School, which, you know, there's still some affected families from that, and we hate it. But, I'm sure you didn't want that on your watch.
No. And we do the best we could possibly do every day. I mean, my guys are passionate about what they're doing, and that's what I want. I want them to want to go to work, you know? Right. And they're good at it.
And plus, too, you want them to do their job.
Absolutely. I expect them to do their job.
For the worst.
Yes, yes.
You know.
We train, we've always done this. We do our training mostly in schools, after school. You know, I don't know if anyone out there knows that, but we had a scenario training a couple of weeks ago at the high school. I want them to be able to train in the environment they work and know all these buildings and know the ins and outs of, you know. I think Campbell County High School had, I think, 115 doors or something like that, exterior doors.
They can tell you where they all are.
They can tell you where they're at, and that's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
But we've got an excellent SWAT team that backs them up on this. You know, we planned layers of safety for our kids. Right. You know, from day one, I thought our kids shouldn't have to go to school and worry about this stuff. Parents shouldn't be able to drop your kid off in front of the school and praying my kid's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully when they pull up, they see a patrol car there and they feel a little better.
Right.
So.
Well, now, how do you guys, I'm asking both of you guys this question, How do you guys feel, you know, right now they're trying to make new gun laws and everything. How do you guys feel about the gun laws that's in place? Do you think it's just, it's not the gun that kills someone, it's the person? But I don't know, you know, how do you guys feel about that?
I agree with you. The gun is not gonna do anything that you don't tell it to do.
If I drive a car and kill somebody, it's not the car's fault.
It's not the car's fault. And a gun is not gonna do something unless you tell it to do it.
Right.
I mean, there's accidents.
You have to purposely load that gun.
You have to, yeah.
Close it up.
Yeah.
Intention has to be there.
Yeah.
Bad guys have bad intentions.
Well, guys, and you know, and I've been talking to people, they've been talking about their gun laws and everything. I said, listen, you can make all the laws you want to, but lawbreakers are not going to obey the law in the first place.
No. They're not obeying the law right now. I mean, how are you affecting them?
Yeah.
I mean, you make things harder on a good person.
Right.
And the mental illness factor that's being talked about now, I agree with. I don't know how they're going to set that up. I think that's something that we need to look into.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys that have sold these guns to these folks, it would be just like me. I could come in and buy a gun, you know, and if I had a mental illness, if it didn't show at that point in time and my record clears, I'm buying a gun.
Right.
I don't know what the government and the states will do about that. I think that's something that needs to be looked into. But the bottom line is that bad guy's going to always be able to get a gun. There's millions of guns in this country.
Oh, yeah.
And there's thousands of people that'll sell you one.
Well, and you know, I was just going to say, you know, you don't have to buy a gun at a pawn shop or Kmart or Walmart or wherever you're going. You can buy, they sell them all the time on the streets in Chicago, you know, so.
And I'm not downplaying the problem that we have with weapons and these younger students getting, you know. And you know, some of these students that are getting these guns are getting them from their mother and father. You know, have these guns locked up in a safe. Don't have a key safe. Have a combination safe.
Right.
Change that combination periodically.
Right.
Keep them away from those guns. You know, and if you have a child that you feel like has some type of mental illness or something's not right, you know, there's people out here to help you with that. And
Right.
there's no reason to be embarrassed about it.
Right.
Don't let that kid make that bad mistake.
Well, Aaron, what's your thoughts on it, buddy? Talk about it.
On gun laws, new gun laws, I think we have to enforce what's on the books now before we start making new ones.
I agree.
Right.
I mean, that's, the federal government lets people go daily. If they crack down on the laws, it's already on the books. The good people wouldn't be taxed with extra laws.
And you know, the kid in Florida is living proof of that.
It is.
Somebody was asleep at the wheel.
Absolutely.
Somebody didn't enforce the law.
The cities with.
They could see that this kid was going to break the law.
He told them.
He told them, I'm going to be the world's greatest
Yes.
Cities
shooter.
with the toughest gun laws are the most violent and where the most killings are taking place today.
Right.
Laws is not helping them, it's not gonna solve the problem.
And it's not helping 17 kids
No.
in Florida.
No. That's so sad.
Right. Well, guys, if you just got anything else you just want to add? How should they prepare their kids every morning, you know, when they take them off to school, especially the little ones? Because, you know, with little kids, you tell them one thing, they're going to remember it. You tell them 10 things, they'll remember one thing. But how should the parents, you know, prepare the kids so that they can feel safer and not worried about their kids going, let's say, to an elementary school? I mean, you know, when we're talking about school safety, everybody thinks, oh, it's Campbell County High School, it's Jellicoe High School. No, we're talking about all schools. You have a lot of schools in this county. So what should parents do to young kids, especially, to prepare them to be safe, to watch out for?
You gotta communicate first.
Right.
Parents have to communicate with their children and let them know it's all right. You know, that's what I try to teach them. It don't matter what it is, how big or small, let me know, I'll figure the rest out.
Right.
You just communicate, have that open line, and nobody needs to be afraid to tell anybody anything, first and foremost.
Right.
I mean,
See something,
you
say
hold
something.
information, and maybe too late from the time you live out. See it, say it, communicate it to somebody somewhere.
Right.
Well, here at Your Welcome Massage Therapy, we want to focus on individual goals instead of customers and numbers. I want to make sure that when you leave here, you got exactly what you were looking for. You got exactly what you wanted to achieve through massage therapy. Some advantages of massage therapy are reduced blood pressure, increased relaxation, better sleep, improved immune system, just several things with the brain as well to improve neurological problems that you may have. It's also just a really good, like I said, stress reliever, because that's one of our biggest problems today is we all have too much stress. And I also wanted to bring massage therapy to Campbell County because we don't have anything like that here. If you want to go somewhere to get a massage to relax or try to improve your health in an alternative way, you have to drive at least 30 to 45 minutes away and be paying $1 to $2 to maybe even $3 per minute for your massage. So bringing it here, I knew that it needed to be more affordable. It's not for the money, it's to really improve somebody's life overall.
Right.
Thank you for choosing You're Welcome.
Here's what folks are saying about the local on Jacksboro Pike.
I like the eggs because it kind of got the yellow stuff in it that pops out.
Now tell me, how was your experience at the local?
Great. Good food, good service, and you don't go away hungry.
But don't just take their word for it. Check it out for yourself under new ownership and management, the local on Jacksboro Pike.
We wanted to touch on if you've got a middle school, and this is mostly, I would say, where you would catch something like this. Middle school, high school kid that is maybe concerned or confused or afraid to let us know what's going on. You know, maybe it'd be a friend of theirs that's planning something or said something out of the way that caught their attention. And don't let anything go, as big or as little as you may think it may be. The people you can come to and you can trust, and I guarantee and promise you this, is our SRO officers and our teachers and our principals. They're on board with us, and we want to know about this. I mean, if it's your friend, do it for your friend.
Right.
You know, say if your friend comes in and makes a bad decision in school, it may cost the rest of his life and his freedom for the rest of his life. Let's fix these problems as they come. We'll protect you. We'll protect what you tell us. It's confidential, but let us know.
Right.
Let us know. Don't be in a classroom where something bad happens and you knew about it a week before. Just let us know.
Right. And like you said, don't be afraid, because you're not selling your friend out. You're not tattling on your friend. You're probably saving your friend's life. Now, Robbie, is there any a number that they can call, or any contact information, or any place online where they can learn more about this?
They can always call the sheriff's department, and if it's bad enough, they definitely can dial 911, and you'll be in contact with someone that's going to help you. As far as online, I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure there's a lot of outreach programs and things like that where you could get online and find out things that you need to know.
And of course, we'll have all this information on the bottom of the screen. I'll be running it on there.
This is David Grimm reporting for Watch It To You News. Something big is happening at the local on Jacksboro Pike. Sharon, what's going on down there?
Yes, David, there's families down here actually enjoying home-cooked meals together. They're receiving fast and friendly service at affordable prices. Now back to you, David.
So there you have it, folks. That's the latest from the local on Janesboro Pike. This has been David Graham reporting for What's It To You News.
All right, now, Robbie, and I know that there's some parents out there, and they may not be aware of it, but they depend on you guys too much. What can the parents do to, like I said before, prepare their kids?
Well, we know we have parents that work long hours and that everybody's day is full and busy. But I think parents, you need to sit down with your kid every day.
Right.
Talk to them, see how their day has been going, see if there's any issues, see if they're being bullied, see if they're having any problems.
Right.
And I tell you something, I think that, if you're a parent, you're probably paying your kid's cell phone bill. Check
Yeah.
their phone, check their social media, see what they're looking at, see what they're involved in, see who they're in contact with. And, you may prevent something really bad from happening. But, take that time, 10 minutes of your evening, talk to your kids, see how their day's going, see what's going on with them. Ask them what's going on at school, who they talk to at school. And if there's an issue, parents call us. We want to help you. We don't want to humiliate. We don't want to hurt anyone. We want to help you.
Right.
And you've got a source right here, and I give you my word, that if something comes up and somebody's bothering your child, these predators feed on children online, So anything.
And how do we think they start? They start with having an issue with another student.
Mm-hmm.
They may not have an issue with a teacher or a principal or somebody. They may have an issue with another student, and they may just decide one day they're going to come in and do some damage.
But if you sit down and you talk with your kid, you'll find these problems out.
Yeah.
It may take a couple of days, but sooner or later your kid will open up to you because they love you. You're their parent.
Right.
But there's a lot of emotional stress on these kids in school. Peer pressure. There's a lot going on. Talk to them. See what they're doing. Check what they're doing. Check their social media.
Right.
Check their phones. Because if you're paying for it, check it.
Right, and check them because they're going to get mad. I guarantee Sharon and I had 2 daughters, and they didn't like it that we checked to make sure they went online. But you know what? We were concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy, guys, for parents to sometimes take for granted. That happened in Florida. That happened in Michigan or
It's
Ohio.
already happened here.
It's already happened here.
Let's face it.
Don't ever say it's not going to happen again.
Campbell County's already been a victim of school shooting.
Right.
Active shooters, and we've had, in I don't know exactly how many years, but how many have we had in the state of Tennessee?
Right.
We've had quite a few churches,
Right.
different areas where these church shootings happen, just church shootings.
Right.
Campbell County has had a school shooting.
Right. And your job, of course, we're talking about school safety tonight. Your job goes beyond that. You're talking ball games. You have SROs at every ball game. I know I used to cover sports. I've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
And you got just, you have to be everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And we travel with the team.
Right.
And we have several that travel. So we want the kids to be kids and have a good school year every year.
Right.
And the teachers, The teachers deserve that as much as anybody. They're sitting there and they're in that environment. They should feel safe too.
And, they should, like you said, they shouldn't do it in fear
No.
or any of that. They should feel like, okay, their law enforcement is doing its job.
Mm-hmm.
And, you guys work a lot with the local police. Also, talk a little bit about that, you work with the Florida Police Department, Jacksboro, Jellicoe.
Mm-hmm. Well, they all know, Jellicoe.
You have a protocol that you...
Yeah, they're right there for us. In Florida City, they come in, the chief, he does walkthroughs in the school.
Yeah.
Right along beside our SRO officer. So that's what it takes. It's not just us, But I am proud of we've got basically our own little unit, if you think about it. It's got a structure, the SRO's got a sergeant, we've got a corporal, and we also this year have been blessed to get a canine. Corporal Barton is handling our new canine that is going to be just in the school system.
Right.
And that's the first time that's happened, and,
Right.
and we couldn't have done it without the school. Yeah, we've got a yellow lab, Maya. She's trained for drug, and she's going to do some tracking also. But she's solely going to be for the school system, nothing else. So
That's awesome.
it is. I mean, and on the off season, if we needed her, we can use her on the road. But Maya and Corporal Barton will be going into the schools. Anything we need, any of the principals, they can call, he can come right to them. We don't have to wait on a dog. We in Campbell County have a canine for the school system. So
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there's a lot of bigger counties don't have that.
may not, but we've been really blessed. And I mean, I'm not ashamed to ask for help.
Right.
And the school board here and the school board members and the
County
school
commission.
super and the commission, everybody love their kids and they want the same thing I want. And I think our new director of schools, she's right on board with it as well.
Okay.
She's going to be a good one, and I look forward to working with her. And but you know, you think about it, if you got a school resource unit and you've got a canine, you've got a small department. You know,
Yeah.
our school resource division is as big as some small departments.
Well, we've never had that before.
No, and we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to educate our people. I'm tough on them. I want them to be good, and they are. Proud of them.
Well, look what you've done with Aaron. I mean,
Yeah.
That's our own program we have is bigger than the Jacksboro and Carroll Police Department put together.
wow.
Mhm. Something we've always focused on.
And I don't think they've ever been able to say that. have they?
When I got elected, we had virtually no security in our school.
Wow.
So, like I said,
But you know, a lot of that was probably they didn't know until boom,
yeah.
that one event took place, and they're like, what do we do?
Mhm.
They hadn't been trained for that because, you know, and still yet I'm talking to the parents out there, you can't foresee this, but it could happen.
Mhm. Oh,
And
yeah.
you guys have to train for it every day.
Every day, every day, every day, and they love it. They love doing it.
I think that's awesome. Okay, well, Sheriff Robbie Goins, Chief Deputy Aaron Evans, we thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And parents, we hope you've learned something, that if one of you talk to your children, if they see something, say something, very important, and you may stop a school shooting.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have, like I said, you have to think of the worst.
Mhm.
Well, we all have to take that same attitude.
Mhm.
And if we all take that same attitude and work together, I know that we'll be fine. So, next week I will have Sharon here to interview. I have no idea who she's interviewing. She never tells me. She just says, turn the camera on and edit this, David. But we thank you for being with us, and God bless you, and good night.